mouth? Huh?
Oh my god, why are you so shrink?
Because the fucking youth of society. You shut up when I'm talking to you!
We'll return after these messages.
You there, are you tired of not being listened to? Tired of being in student debt and having 10 different types of AIDS? Are you trying to do whatever it takes to manipulate society into thinking it's a racist, bigoted, sexist, and homophobic place? Well then allow me to introduce you to one of the largest social media platforms on the internet. YouTube, a place where you can record yourself crying on the kitchen floor with snot dribbling down your disgusting snout, and a place where you can whine about your stupid problems to millions of people. So what are you waiting for? Make it a cut right now, you stupid whore. Do it now, or I'll fucking kill you. YouTube is not responsible for being transparent. Our guidelines are consistent. If there are any issues, we need to do something. On some occasions, we will terminate your channel if we feel like it. We play favorites, and if we don't like it, we'll take your stuff away.
What the fuck did I just watch? My daughter better not see this. Please, God, no.
I really don't like T-channels. I know, shocking. Devil doesn't like something. Everyone's jaws drop to the floor. But seriously, they're terrible. What T-channels are is actually quite simple. It's basically drama commentary, but with women. Every single channel I managed to find was either a cum dumpster in her 20s or a 40-year-old divorced chain-smoking alcoholic woman. And it's ironic how both pretty much produce the same thing. Shit. Every single one of them. Indistinguishable from each other, that you'd almost think of them as a fucking hive mind. Tell me, what do you think separates these three channels from each other? How they edit their videos. Not quite. The effort they put in their videos. Well, no, but their tit sizes. One has bigger boobies. No, my guy, can we put censor bars over those tumors? The correct answer is nothing. The only really different thing is their voices, and that's not a compliment, especially with their voice modulators. It's fucking unbearable. But enough beating around the bush, let's hop right in. So many T-channels to pick from, but such little time. All right, this one, no, this one. Angelica Oles is a T-channel who's been grinding her content out for quite some time, but it seems that no improvements have been made in a matter of over 3 years. No editing improvements, and no entertainment value improvements whatsoever. But devil, editing isn't everything? Of course, but there's such little substance in these videos that it becomes incredibly draining to watch more than one or two at a time. Take this video for example, why I don't like morgues, not clickbait.
Hi guys, so I'm filming this video for the third time in a row, because the first time I didn't realize, but halfway through the video my lighting died because I was filming on my back camera because I thought I would switch it up a bit, and that backfired on me real quick. I love when everything goes wrong. So today we're filming a video about my... Okay.
What is this? What the fuck is this? Why are you leaving your fuck ups in there? Oh, right. Ads. But enough picking on Angelica Oles individually. I like how so many of these channels have copyright and fair use disclaimers, as if these pseudo-intellectuals know anything about the fucking copyright system. I mentioned this previously, but their mannerisms and ways of speaking are so incredibly frustrating. They get up on their high horse in every one of their videos, which I don't mind if you do that every now and then, but it becomes very grueling if that happens in every video consecutively. They talk like a high school social activist. A lot of these channels tend to also cover the same topic all at once, all of which almost tend to have the exact same opinion. So if you've seen one video, you've kind of seen them all. This hive mind behavior leaves very little room for opposing views or challenging the narrative, because if you're in the community and you try to play contrarian, you get called every single phobe and ist in the book. These people tend to be the types of channels to pump their daily dose of cancer, which there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. If you have a schedule and a certain topic piques your interest, then go make that bread, as long as you're covering non-serious topics while doing so. I mean, it'd be pretty bad if you made your daily lazy under-research video about something like sexual assault or kidnapping or something. They'd never do that. I mean, when do you ever see T-channels fucking up serious stories? I mean, come on. Nah, who am I kidding? These are the same people who jumped the gun on James Charles twice. These are the same people who outcasted Eugenia Cooney for having anorexia. Yeah, let's take her channel and get her banned so her main source of income can shrivel and die like she will. Their logic is irrefutably stupid. I also have an immense problem with these YouTubers talking about other people's mental health. These channels discussing other YouTubers' mental health leaves a very sour taste in my mouth, as if these people have the proper credentials to diagnose people in their dumpster fire of a channel. If you have an opinion about someone's mental health, or you're making an educated guess, then I'd say fair enough. I try to not do that unless I'm almost certain, but these T channels show no fucking restraint. I didn't realize we had so many hermaphrodites in the community because these ladies have some balls on them. I mean, these people are so performative and the double standard is so fucking unbearable. You can't act like a crusader of mental health in the community if in this same breath you deny the mental health of another. Prime example number 1, Gabby Hanna. Gabby Hanna is a YouTuber who in recent years has faced quite a lot of backlash within the T community for what some pinpoint to be questionable behavior. She has quite the serious slew of allegations thrown her way, all the way from accusing Trisha Paytas of having herpes to being a full-blown rape apologist. Now, the rabbit hole and story of Gabby Hanna goes incredibly deep, and I've only dug so far down. The amount of stuff there is to Gabby is so huge that it could honestly be a video of its own. But to keep it simple and on topic, Gabby has been a very hot topic for T channels to lampoon in their videos, which there's not really anything wrong with that, as long as you keep your arguments consistent. I mean, it's not like Trisha Paytas has ever talked about the importance of mental health, but in the same breath tries to gaslight Gabby into thinking she's insane, right? She would never do that.
They don't bother me. To me, so I said, because you're a character online that I talk about, Gabby.
But I'm not a character, I'm a human being.
Gabby, I never met you before this.
You literally tweeted, every time I hang out with Gabby, we never get a selfie and it upsets me.
Oh no, I can't believe Trisha would do that. I thought she was redeeming herself. Don't worry, girl. We'll let this one slide because we like you so much. Until it's beneficial to dislike you again. Another thing I'd like to mention is the topics they choose to cover. I've already mentioned previously how many of the T channel's topics are unnecessarily serious, but the other extreme has the topics being unnecessarily boring. Olivia Rodrigo body shamed? Addison Rae calls out Bryce for cheating on her twice. The TikTok party that got over 100 people arrested. Now this is news. Charlie D'Amelio exposed. Whoa! I almost give a fuck with that one. Does anybody who even watches these channels give a fuck about this? I don't. I could not give less of a shit about what stupid dance Charlie D'Amelio did on TikTok the other day, nor do I care about who fuckboy number 271's new girlfriend is. These high school level dramas mean so little to me, and it should be the same thing for these fucking club junkies with Wi-Fi. But let's take a look.
Hey loves, and welcome back to my channel. If you're ready for the tea to be spilled, then you've come to the right place because there's a lot of juicy topics in today's video that involves Charlie D'Amelio getting her pictures leaked online, Addison Rae getting canceled and exposed by the entire TikTok community, and of course, we can't forget about Maddie Monroe cheating on her boyfriend with his best friend.
Jesus Christ. I can't think of anyone besides a child finding this content in any way entertaining.
Oh my god, you guys. So recently, Charlie D'Amelio was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and it is crazy. It's honestly so insane, you guys. Now let me flash back a bunch of unfunny gifs on the screen.
And talking TTS.
So basically...
Hey, get off the fucking computer.
Oh my god, you guys. Say hello to my boyfriend.
I say get off the fucking computer.
Ow! Ow!
Bitch.
Ow!
Bitch. Ugly bitch.
Whoa! You're gonna make me draw my venti frappuccino! Ow! Stop!
Quick question. Why do you have a deep fake of a child's censored nudes in the thumbnail of your video? Why? Isn't the point of a thumbnail to make people want to click on your video? Who's gonna look at the thumbnail and be like, fuck yeah, Charlie's nudes got leaked. I've gotta see this. Oh right, my favorite.
Line maker, are you sexually attracted to children?
You see, it's really quite simple.
I mean, if you're gonna talk about this, at least don't put it in the fucking thumbnail, dude. But this leads me to my next segment, view whoring. As of recent, our standards for YouTubers have been down the drain for the past couple of years. Clickbait in itself has been a pretty prevalent method of view whoring for quite some time, but it's evolved to become even more pathetic along the time that YouTube has existed. We've gone from view whoring kissing pranks to view whoring a teenage girl having an anxiety attack. Allow me to present to you one of the least creative cucks in this platform, Anna Oop. If you look over her channel, you can see right off the bat that she's a very consistent and popular T channel who focuses the brunt of her content on famous TikTok influencers. Alright, fair enough, but what's the catch? Well, Anna Oop's standard for reporting the news is downright pathetic and honestly fucking despicable. Charli D'Amelio caught having anxiety attack on live? Wow, that's the story for the day? Were you that low on topics that you had to cover someone having an anxiety attack on your shitty video? Well, to give extra context, the video basically consisted of multiple stories all jam-packed into one. The segment that talked about Charli having an anxiety attack was a measly 2 minutes within that video, and all it did was show a clip along with a couple comments joking about it. That's it? That's the story? But you know what, maybe I'm being a bit too uncharitable. Here, I'll let you look at the clip for yourselves.
This week, the situation was completely shocking and disappointing since some people decided to share a short clip of Charli having an anxiety attack on a live stream. And, well, you can clearly see during the video that her parents were also trying to calm her down.
I was joking about the butterflies, but then I remember Charli is...
No, I'm raising them as my own. Sorry. This is really making me nervous.
Wow, absolutely riveting. But surely that's where it ends. It's not like she has a video where she covers bullshit allegations about Charli D'Amelio being abused by her parents, right?
Girl, wait a second. Are you telling me Charli D'Amelio was caught on camera being abused by her own parents for the 3rd time? Y'all better not be making this up. So, I'm pretty sure I've made several videos about this topic before, but whenever I receive tons of messages from you guys asking me to address it, I really get my mic and start recording ASAP. Because not only is this topic very sensitive, but it's also getting very toxic and disturbing, to the point where Charli D'Amelio is now known on the internet for being by her parents. How disgusting is that? As you guys may know, a lot of rumors have been going around about Charli D'Amelio recently and how her parents might be secretly forcing and harming her after this video went viral on social media. Just take a look.
The fact that she would even toy with the idea without having the proper proof to back it up is ridiculous to me. To be fair, she does sort of end up defending Charli's parents, but why in the hell would you title your video Charli Caught Being Abused by Her Parents? But surely that's where it ends, right? Surely this person wouldn't have multiple videos covering people's recent deaths, right? Well, here's the thing. During May of this year, Anna Oop made a video talking about a TikToker named Tristan Bailey, a young teenage girl who was tragically murdered in the same month. Now, Anna Oop, in her infinite wisdom, decided to make a video about her death, adding almost nothing new to the case except her own voice.
Hey loves, today I have a little bit different and serious of a topic to focus on, and that is the murder of Tristan Bailey. This story completely broke my heart.
Why is she talking like that? Why in the hell did you feel the need to make one of your shitty videos about a recent tragedy? And why would you have this video monetized with no link to a charity, with no mention of a charity, with no fucking nothing? I watched the whole video, and there are multiple ads running about this teenage girl who was murdered. At least provide a fucking donation link. Are you this desperate to capitalize off of a tragedy that you just want to immediately jump on the topic? And the tone, too. Like, dude, you're not covering a Charli D'Amelio story. You could at least tone down the ditzy YouTuber voice. But she did have another video that played very similar to this one called Rest in Peace Desaria, where she covered a TikToker who committed suicide, and she did say that she was giving the revenue to a suicide prevention organization, so I'll take her word for it. But in all seriousness, these videos just rub me super the wrong way. The way they're made, the timing of it. This one came out not even a week after she was confirmed dead. It's just really scummy. And to be clear, I don't have a problem with just simply covering a tragedy, nor do I have a problem with monetizing it. Not really, at least. My problem arises with your timing and the manner that you're covering it. I find it crazy that these people have the nerve to pull bullshit like this and then call out little Jimmy for when he says the N-word. This community is the epitome of cancel culture. Cancel culture is a topic that I've spoken about in detail on several of my videos before, but I've never really talked about the sources or hotspots, if you will, of where this cancel culture tends to fester around. Almost like very toxic spores, this culture tends to permeate around the T community in a very prominent way, and it's very annoying. Not to mention the fact that they tend to put double standards in so many scenarios. They basically play around with their victim for a day or two, and then when they get bored, leave the mangled body to rot. Not to mention the numerous buzzwords they use without even actually knowing or caring about what they mean. Stuff like problematic and gaslight. Many of these T channels tend to report on non-issues, mainly just to follow what everyone else is saying. Oh, what? We hate David Dobrik? Oh, never mind, we love and miss you, David. Please come back. T channels tend to often jump the gun on numerous issues, and then switch sides later on when the person they initially canceled gets redemption in the public eye. They're basically stuck in a perpetual dick measuring contest of who can get the most people canceled in the shortest amount of time, and they fucking stretch it so thin too, just milking every last drop so the audience can get it drilled in their head to hate this person. I've got a challenge for you guys. Go to any T channel and look up Gabby Hanna, Charlie D'Amelio, Shane Dawson, or James Charles. Take a shot every time you see their name in the title, and I guarantee you'll get cardiomyopathy by the end of the night. Seriously, all of their channels just lambast one person over the course of several years, just trying to drag them for any tiny thing they do. Oh, Gabby Hanna sneezed? End her fucking career. Charlie D'Amelio was caught saying Asian eyes look funny? Put her in jail. She's pretty much part of the KKK at this point. Do you think these people actually care about educating the people they cancel? Or do you actually think they care about virtue signaling to their disabled audience and getting brownie points from the pussy side of Twitter? One situation that seriously grinded my gears when it happened was when Charlie and Dixie were criticized for being rude at a dinner table. Now, I'm sure you guys are in shambles after hearing that the ruthless and disgusting Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio made a stinky face after being presented with food they didn't like. Only monsters would ever do something so unbelievably despicable. Does anyone see the difference here? Because I don't. To keep it short, the D'Amelios had a family dinner with James Charles, and the chef ended up presenting the girls with a snail dish. They made a face, got a bit squeamish, and that was it. Until the T channels picked it up. 1. The intro blinding. 2. Ungrateful children. 3. Have TikTok. 4. Be rude to private chef. These are all the notes I need to be famous.
James literally saved their whole careers by doing the outro. I'm shocked at how disrespectful these girls are and how their parents almost encourage it. Just wow.
It's disrespectful how Dixie 1. Tries the food. 2. Complains there's a snail. 3. Pukes it out. 4. Goes to eat it again. Dixie and Charlie could be a little more mature at the table, or at least on camera. Even my 8-year-old brother behaves better.
Nobody cares, nigga!
I can't take anything that these people say seriously at all. And who was one of the big crusaders for the justice of those snails?
There's a chef making the food, they're being really disrespectful, just spitting out the food. I, of all people, have grown from people telling me, hey, this isn't cool behavior. In all sincerity, I hope you do grow. You obviously have an it factor that people like, but this isn't it.
The fact that anyone takes this person seriously on anything she says is beyond me. This sort of power trip behavior that she has while talking about something so inconsequential is some of the most infuriating shit to listen to. Also, in the same video the D'Amelios did, there was a clip where Charlie said she was hoping to hit 100 million followers a year after hitting 1 million, and somehow this made people enraged. So enraged, in fact, that 1 million people decided to unfollow her because they felt like she was treating them like numbers, and this simultaneously caused her to get an influx of dipshits to send her death threats.
Seeing how people reacted to this, like, I don't even know if I want to do this anymore. Like, this is messed up stuff that people are saying. Like, people telling me to hang myself, people just like blatantly disrespecting the fact that I'm still a human being is not okay at all.
This T community is a cancer that has gained traction around the YouTube community as a whole. It's been building up for years, and the people who consume the content are just as dumb. They profit off of the most terrible and inconsequential situations through whatever means necessary. Through lies, through exaggeration, and through the galvanization of their audience. And in the end, they only benefit from it while they move on to the next person. They don't care about anything they cover. They don't put any effort into anything they do. But somehow, they manage to not only survive in the YouTube landscape, but thrive off of it. Burn this T shit to the ground. It cannot survive any longer. If you guys think the commentary community is toxic, then you haven't even really seen what toxic is. Don't indulge in T, and stay away from this at all costs. Okay, you can fuck off now.